Hi everyone. This week, Eagle Dynamics published a large update to DCS, including significant changes to the door gunners on the CH47 Chinook. Up until now, we have had player-only access to the left and right door gunners, but no actual AI control as such, and no ramp gunner either, which is not ideal if you're flying by yourself. This update then addresses these issues and the option to add the M240H machine gun. So first of all, let's look at how you can select the new guns in the stores menu. So here we are in the menu. The first change you'll notice, other than the additional skins, which I'm looking at just here, is the option to add a ramp gunner, which is this new center selection. Alongside that, when you select the gunners, as you can see here, we now have two options. The M60 that we had originally, and now the M240H. A cool little detail I noticed whilst playing around is that when you select the ramp gunner, the model actually shows the ramp down. So let's go ahead and see what this gives us in the game. First of all, let's have a look at the models of the gunners with the new M240Hs, in particular the new ramp gunner. I'm sure you'll agree that the models do look really good, and they also move really well when they're in action. This is something that I'll be able to show you shortly. There are some issues though, and I'll also highlight those later on as well. Also, another shout out to NNI8 for the amazing 27th Squadron Anniversary skin, which, as always, is available from the Eagle Dynamics downloads page. And this is the same aircraft with the M60s fitted. Nice. My only pickup at this point is that the ramp should be further up. I tried to raise it, but it seems that essentially once the ramp gunner is selected and it's in position, the ramp is pretty much locked in that one position, which to me is too low. So also, whilst we're here, let's have a look at the new pilot models, which also look really good as well. It's kind of good to see that they've added those in at this particular stage. And we'll also turn around, so we'll park ourselves in the jump seat, as you can see here, and just have a look through the what it looks like through into the cabin. You can see all the gunners in position, and then we'll just move to each individual position. So we're starting off with the left gunner, moving to the right. You can see as a player you can move the weapon system around as well, and the ramp gunner as well. Now you can operate it as a player, but this may cause you some problems, which I'll illustrate shortly. Okay, so we're all armed up. Now what we need to do is see the rules of engagement, so the ROE. So for those who already fly helicopters in DCS, such as a Huey, this AI menu will actually be familiar, right? If not, you need to add it to your key bindings to bring up the menu, which appears in the bottom right hand corner that you can see here. Then what you need to do is select each position to either hold fire, return fire, or, as I often have it, fire at will. The next selection then is whether you want them to fire short bursts and conserve ammunition. Perhaps this also increases accuracy, or what I tend to do is just have it selected to longer suppression fire. So it's at this point where I've encountered my first problem. If I jump into the gunner position like this, see how it says left hand gunner player, then the other two. So watch what happens to the commands that I've set up in the AI menu. It essentially overrides them and sets everything back to hold rather than staying at what I've initially set. So you have to go back in when you go back to the pilot's position and reset the rules of engagement all over again, which is a little bit annoying, to be honest. Okay, but we want to see how all this works, right? So next, let's see how they operate against some troops and other soft targets which I've set up in this valley on the Syria map. In this first scenario then, we're flying down this valley in Syria. Bob is flying, of course, so we can have a good look at how the new AI gunners react to threats on the ground. So there we can see both left and right hand gunners opening up on the targets, which is great. Moving aside then, we get a good look at the gunners moving in their various positions to engage the targets, all the way through to the ramp gunner at the back. Now focusing on the ramp gunner, you can see how they're all tracking the targets. But if you noticed, the ramp gunner has not fired a shot. This has been picked up by other members of the ED forums. However, all is not exactly what it seems. So with Bob still at the controls, let's go around for another pass and also discuss some of the other issues that I've noticed with the guns. So if you look all the way through to the left hand gunner, you see them all the way at the front of the cabin. They're actually headless, yeah? So let's go for a closer look from the right hand gunner's position. And sure enough, if you go in there, turn around and look at the left hand gunner, you can see that the left hand gunner's model is actually half inside a compartment, right? It's a compartment on the real aircraft. So it's definitely something that they need to fix. And if you move into that left hand position, you can see what it looks like there, and it's not quite hooked up right. Okay, so back to the valley and our scenario, this time at an earlier point in the day, just before sunrise. Time for some tracer action, I think. This time I am keen on seeing if the ramp gunner engages the targets. We've certainly seen the ramp gunner track the targets but not actually fire just yet. I'll also let you listen out to the wonderful sound, watch the tracers. Let's see how we go. So there you go, all gunners engaging the targets. I did check, and as of today the early access user manual doesn't seem to have been amended. It's still amended from the original version, which I think is back in July. So you need to keep an eye out for that with the updates to the AI gunners and the other updates that they put in for Chinook as well. Also keep an eye out for the upcoming, hopefully not too far away, updates to Daflex, which is definitely needed. Other than that, yeah, we want the M134 miniguns, please, in the port and starboard positions, because with miniguns there, that'll make Chinook a real beast, definitely. I'm Chris UK27. Have a good day. Cheers. Bye bye.